American football fans. Sorry for the delay. Just trying to get our live stream working, which now is working, luckily enough. You might have to bear with us. I think we might be running 15, 20 seconds behind. So please, if you are watching, please don't spoil it, the game in the chat. Just let us bear with us. Obviously, streaming this from the UK. Obviously, it's being broadcast on American TV. So please bear with us if we are probably about 15, 20 seconds behind the broadcast that some of you might be getting. So please don't spoil that in the chat for us. But thank you very much for everyone that is joining us. We don't really know what to expect from this XFL, but having watched the first game yesterday between the Vipers and the Renegades, pretty exciting game. Although Andy has said to me already that he's a bit worried that not only the NFL is scripted now, that the XFL might be scripted and rigged already as well. Especially with the Vipers absolutely dominating that game. Up to half-time, missed the field goal, then all of a sudden the Renegades come out in the second half. We have 3 Vipers turnovers and the Renegades end up winning. Andy's called that down to the fact of The Rock also was wearing a Renegades jersey before the game as well. So who knows who knows how scripted the XFL is as well. But in today's game, we've got the San Antonio Brahmas, which are a new team in the XFL. They weren't involved back in 2020 when they tried to get that season going, but unfortunately, COVID, as it did with a lot of other things, curtailed that. So we've got San Antonio Brahmas with the head coach of Hines Ward, the former Steelers wide receiver. And then we've also got the St Louis Battlehawks, okay, with Coach Becht, who used to play in the NFL as well as tight end. So we've got 2 former NFL players, and a few former NFL players are also obviously playing for the teams as well. So if you haven't already, let us know where you're watching today's game from. If you've picked a team in the XFL, let us know who your XFL team is as well. I've picked a team myself. I'm going for the team that's playing today, actually the St Louis Battlehawks, not knowing anything about them. Just gone for the St Louis Battlehawks, mainly gone off the logo. And then Andy over here has gone for the Las Vegas Vipers, who were very close yesterday and probably should have won. So let us know if you've picked one of the teams and who that is. So we're about ready for kickoff, and it's going to be the Brahmas that are going to be kicking to the Battlehawks first. Only 5 yards away as they're lined up in kickoff formation. And they have to wait until the kick is caught or it's on the ground for 3 seconds. And it has been caught. It is returnable from the Battlehawks. And it's pushed out of bounds around the 30-yard line. So that's where the Battlehawks will start off. And it will be former NFL quarterback A.J. McCarron coming out. We go first down for the Battlehawks. There we go. So on the own 30-yard line. Of course, the 35-second play clock we've got as well, rather than the 40 seconds we have for the NFL. So on first down, 1st and 10 from their own 30. It's play action pass from McCarron. Dumps it off to the running back, who fights off a tackle and gains 12 yards before being pushed out of bounds. So good start for the Battlehawks on first down, 12-yard gain. And of course, with the rules of the XFL, the clock will continue to run, even as a player steps out of bounds or an incomplete pass, trying to get the flow of the game moving a lot quicker than we have in the NFL. Although yesterday's game between the Vipers and Renegades did go for 3 hours, even though they have got the quicker rules and the quicker play clock. So it's 1st and 10 from their own 41, the Battlehawks now. There's a handoff out to the left. Great tackle. Great tackle from the Brahmas linebacker. It might be safety, actually. Burst through And it's a loss of 2 yards. Yeah, it's coming up from the secondary, the safety. Great tackle. So it's coming up 2nd and 13, so 3-yard loss.
Are you watching the second game?
It's a handoff up the middle. Maestro only gets a couple of yards back. So he's going to set up 3rd and long for the Battlehawks. So after a really good start for the Battlehawks on 1st down, gaining 12 yards through the air, a run for a loss of 3, and now a run just to get back to about where they started from. They face 3rd and 11. Empty backfield now for McCarron. Snap back to him. Setting up the screen, looking for blockers. He's able to get there just about. Just about makes it, but there is a flag. Could be holding. Could be coming back. It is holding. And it's holding by the receiver, which was the block that allowed him to get the 1st down. Like I said, 3rd and 20 now. See what the Battlehawks draw up on 3rd and 20. Trips left for McCarron. Snap back to him. It's a draw play, looking to burst out wide, but his tackle looked like something was going to open up for him out to the right, but a good tackle. Falls about 7 or 8 yards short. It's the 4th down, and it's going to be a punt. So after a really good first play for the Battlehawks, a couple of a run for a loss and a run for a little gain, and then the penalty put them in a difficult situation. They're now 4th and 9 and ready to punt it. And the punt is up. Not a bad punt to the 12-yard line. It is returnable up the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line, but there's a flag as well. Usually when you see a flag on a return, it's against the returning team. But we'll see.
Why does it say -3 next to best tier?
Maybe it's to win by 3 points. So we'll see what the flag is. So it's tripping on the return team, so it's going to be half the distance. So the Brahmas are going to be deep in their own territory on their first drive. It's Jack Cohen, who's going to be the quarterback for the San Antonio Brahmas this season. Very decent college career. So 1st and 10 from their own 5 for the Brahmas. Heavy formation. It's a handoff up the middle. Might just about gain a couple of yards on 1st down. Not much of a huddle as well for the Brahmas, going straight to the line. 2nd and 8 from their own 7. Still heavy formation. It's another handoff up the middle. Bounces out to the right. It's the 1st down. Excellent run. Gains 15 yards. Managed to burst out to the right. Just had to make one tackle miss and got there. Good burst of speed to get to the outside and gains 15 yards. So 1st and 10 for the Brahmas now, up to their own 22. Sticking with that heavy formation. And it's going to be another handoff straight up the middle this time. Managed to gain 2 yards on the ground. It's a heavy dosage of run so far. Could be down to where the Brahmas started the drive, that deep in the territory. So 2nd and 8 for the Brahmas now. They're on their own 24-yard line. Shotgun formation. Looking to pass, Cone. Dumps the ball off. Managed to gain 4 yards. Going to be up 3rd and short. A nice safe pass play. So 3rd and 3. Looking to pass. Fires one in. Incomplete. Too high and wide. There is a flag, though. Could be holding against the defence or pass interference. So, look, I think it is against the Battlehawks, so it's going to extend the drive. It is. Pass interference against the Battlehawks. Automatic first down is going to extend the drive for the Brahmas. Yeah, a bit too handsy. Unfortunately, there's an injury for an offensive lineman, Norman Price. Isn't that a Fireman Sam character? Norman Price.
Norman?
I'm sure it's Norman Price.
Dillis's son.
Yeah.
Naughty little boy. Dillis.
So 1st and 10 from their own 34 for the Brahmas. Shotgun formation. It's a handoff up the middle. Looks to have gained about a yard, nothing more. I'll bring up 2nd and 9. It's interesting that you can hear the coaches call the plays.
Sure, that's a disadvantage.
Snap back to looking to pass under pressure. Gets the ball off and it hits the fingertips of the receiver. Had he brought it in, he had a fair bit of space, actually. I think Cone, if he just had half a second longer, might have been more accurate with the ball. Felt the pressure. Was hit to the ground as well. It was 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation. Snap back to Cohen. Time to throw. Fires over the middle. Battered up in the air. And it could be an interception. It's going to be close. Could be an interception. I'm sure they're going to have a look in the replay booth. Tips off a Brahmas receiver's hands. Battlehawks defender dives forward. I think it might skip off the ground.
Zoom in enhance.
I mean, they're calling it an interception at the moment. sure they are going to take a look at it. So the booth are going to have a look at it. But a possible turnover for the Battlehawks.
Hey.
Good to see you, Eric. Hope you're doing well. So we're watching it on ABC.
ABC, where is it?
ABC Kansas City is what we're watching it on at the minute. Obviously, ESPN Plus. It's anyone can watch the games on ESPN Plus as well. But
£10 a month.
Yeah, £10 a month. But we know you've got ways, Eric. We know.
The Rock's wearing black and stood on the Brahms sideline, just saying.
So if you're just joining us, welcome to the NFL UK Ops Live play-by-play reaction stream of the XFL San Antonio Brahmas against the St Louis Battlehawks in week 1 of the XFL. So let us know who your team, which team you're backing in the XFL. I say with it just getting started, it's the first time that we've watched it. So we picked teams before the season started yesterday. So I've gone with the St. Louis Battlehawks, and Andy's gone with the Las Vegas Vipers, who lost a close one yesterday, threw it away. But let us know who you're backing in the XFL. Make sure you check out our latest video on our channel as well, where we explain everything that you need to know about the new XFL, the rules, the teams. So make sure you check that video out. Only a 5-minute video, but explains everything that you need to know as if you're new to the XFL, of course, as well. So having a look at the schedule yesterday, we obviously had the Vipers at the Renegades, which the Renegades came back and beat the Vipers. The Vipers had a big lead at halftime, but the Renegades fought back after 3 costly turnovers. The Roughnecks ran away with the game against the Guardians yesterday. They won by 20-odd points. So now we're watching the Brahmas against the Battlehawks. The Battlehawks are slight favourites in this one. The spread's got them winning by 3. And then later on today, the last game of week 1, we've got the Seattle Sea Dragons at the DC Defenders. So let us know which team you're backing in the XFL this season. Houston Roughnecks seem to have a very big backing. And if you follow their Twitter, it's a very interesting one to follow. They were dishing out some interesting stuff after beating the Guardians yesterday. Even the XFL, the official XFL Twitter had to get involved and tell them to calm down a bit, which was funny.
What is she wearing? What is Danny wearing?
Is it technically a dream coat?
Yeah, it looks like a flag.
So how many games is the Rock's going to? Oh, I'll say a bit. Is he going to go to two games a week? Is he going to be promoting it that much? How far away is San Antonio to Texas?
San Antonio's in Texas.
Oh, is it? Oh, there you go then. Shows my geography. There you go. I bet he'll just be based in Texas then, won't he? And
I would have thought he lives in Los Angeles. He'll be making films and shit as well, won't he?
So say we're going for a faster paced game. This has been quite a long stoppage while they've been looking at whether this is a turnover or not. Looks like the Battlehawks offense is on. So they have given it as a turnover by the looks of it. They are. So it's 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks, just inside their own half. We didn't get to have a proper look at it. Quick pass from AJ McCarron out to the receiver, gains 7 yards through the air before being pushed out of bounds.
They don't stop the interview with The Rock just because the game's playing.
So 2nd and 3 for the Battlehawks.
Shut up, Rock.
Heavy formation. And here's a run play up the middle. Makes a couple of players miss, does well. Gets close to the line to gain. Looks like he's about a yard short. Could have quite easily lost yardage. Made a nice move in the middle.
What is this interview on the sideline while the bloody game's playing?
Showing a replay of the turnover. Said there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it from the angle that they had. So 3rd and 1. AJ McCarron moves around, is under pressure, and somehow breaks 2 tackles and looks like he falls back down around the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and short. Just inside. It's just inside the Brahmas territory as well. So you'd expect them to go for it. 4th and 1.
Use the play that won't be stopped. Ring, ring, roses.
It's tight trips formation. It's now in I formation. Play action pass out into the flat. And a terrible pass. A terrible pass from AJ McCarron over the head of the receiver running out into the flat. And that's turnover and downs. So a good stand again for the Brahmas. So the Brahmas will take over in really good starting field position. So looking at the logos of the 8 teams in the XFL, some interesting ones. Some of the teams kept quite similar to what they had in 2020. Some have changed. The Seattle Sea Dragons have actually seemed to have made theirs more basic than it was originally. The Battlehawks have kept theirs the same. Obviously, the Brahmas are new. The Vipers were the Tampa Bay Vipers in 2020. They've moved to Las Vegas. The Orlando Guardians were originally New York Guardians, so they've moved as well. Houston Roughnecks are the same. Currently still an undefeated team in XFL games as well. And then you've finished off with the DC Defenders and the Arlington Renegades. Yeah, well done, Eric. So you just let us know because the stream that I've got, if I were watching it on another device, I'd actually be 10 or 15 seconds ahead than I am at the minute. But you have to let us know how far ahead you are. So, hi, Darren. Nice for you to join the stream. He said, "Why is the live attendance so poor?" Yeah, they were yesterday. I was very surprised. Sort of questioning. I don't know how much the tickets are. If anyone knows how much the tickets are, let us know. I'm not sure how much they're charging, but very poor attendance, especially for the opening game of the XFL yesterday in Arlington, Texas, which is where all the teams are, of course, based as well for the XFL. They only obviously travel in for game day. And really, really small attendance. Obviously, want to see how big this XFL can get before people fully commit, I guess. Nice for joining us as well, Greg. As well, how are you doing? We're all good here, thank you. Davin and Greg, if you let us know which XFL teams you're backing as well. Is it the Brahmas or Battlehawks, or is it one of the other 6 XFL teams? I think you're ahead by about 10 seconds. Flip here, Nick. It's a miracle we're ahead 10 seconds. If we're watching it on the other device, we'd be 25 seconds ahead. Now, Brahmas on first down. Thrown over the middle. Great throw and catch. All the way down to the 40-yard line of the Battlehawks. Good start on first down for Cohen. As Andy said, that is a first. So 1st and 10 from the Battlehawks 40-yard line for the Brahmas. It's a handoff up the middle.
No, I didn't mean that was the first down. I'm not commentating.
Yeah. I know what you meant. 3 yards up the middle. Kalen Ballage. Did have 4 seasons in the NFL.
All over the place.
A journeyman, one might say.
Yeah, journeyman.
Heavy formation. It's a toss left. Trying to find a gap. Managed to gain half a yard maybe to bring up 3rd down. So Greg's going with Vegas as well. And the NFL UK Ops has gone with Vegas. Let us know if you watched yesterday's game as well, because something dodgy was going on there, because the Vipers were absolutely dominating that game. And in the second half, all of a sudden, we have 3 turnovers.
Scripted. Uh-oh. It's all right. The thing was still there.
I think we're further behind now. We might be in line with Eric now. 3rd and 6. Looking to pass out into the flats, close to a first down. It looks like he's done enough.
Did he though?
I think the ball will have crossed the plane. I think he's done just about enough. It's 1st and 10 from the 30 now. So Darren's going for the Guardians. No, the reason it's geographically close to the UK. Are you a Dolphins fan as well, Darren, if you're following the NFL? They got Guardians got a bit of a battering yesterday from the Roughnecks. So loss of 2 on first down. Sets up 2nd and 12. Snap back to Cohen, fires it out quick, setting up the screen. Gets a couple of good blocks, managed to gain 7. It's going to set up 3rd and 5 from the Battlehawks 25-yard line. So, yeah, same reason. Dolphins are coming good. Dolphins coming good. They should be interesting to watch next season as well.
Especially if they got Lamar Jackson.
Rumours. 3rd and 5 for the Brahmas. Snap back to Cohen looking to pass. Plenty of time to pass. Going across. Oof! It was slightly behind the receiver who battered it up in the air. And Hamilton, the Battlehawks defender, came across. Potentially could have caught it, but just battered the ball out instead. Oh, if Cohen would have put the ball out in front of his receiver, that'd have been an easy first down. He had plenty of space. But there's another Brahmas offensive lineman down, I think. Yeah, there is. Already had Norman Price, offensive lineman, have to go off earlier in the game, and now they've got another Willie Wright. Still down, but let's have a look what happens. Got his ankle rolled, got his left ankle rolled. Sort of injury you see with offensive linemen quite a lot of the time. Which what happened to, of course, Patrick Mahomes against the Jaguars a few weeks ago. And again in the Super Bowl. Got it knocked up, but miracle halftime medicine.
Magic sponge.
And half a game football later, is a Super Bowl champion.
That's predicted.
So it's 4th and 5 for the Brahmas. Are they going to go for it or send out their kicking unit? Be about a 42-yard field goal. They are going to attempt the kick. Parker Romo is the kicker. 11 of 13 on field goals over 40 yards. So he should have a decent enough leg. The kicks we saw yesterday seemed to go very low. There we go. The kick is up. Oh, that's gone very high. Nice. And easy. Plenty of leg. Romo's got the leg. I don't think the cameraman was expecting the ball to go as high as it did then. But it's through the middle, and the Brahmas take a 3-0 lead. So a good start for the Brahmas. Made a good defensive stance on 4th down. Got the ball in good starting field position, work it down into field goal range before the Romo field goal. So Dan said, I'm very excited about the league, though. Hopefully it'll fill the gap between NFL seasons and possibly act as a feeder league, but who knows? Hopefully so. I mean, imagine the opportunities and it should only improve the preseason rosters for the teams as well because of the amount of football that the teams will have played and the players will have played. Plenty of opportunities. So fingers crossed. And the kick is up and is returns.
The different rules seem well thought out, don't they? A bit busy now, AJ. Come on.
So AJ McCavin's back out for the Battlehawks.
Quick start from as well.
Getting a few warm-up throws in there. They've obviously delayed over something.
Rock's talking.
It's Hill. Running back for the Battlehawks, being taken to the sideline. A lot of people are high on Hill being a good running back in the XFL this season as well.
What was he doing out on the field? It's 1st and 10.
Return.
Right.
Fired out by McCarron, almost intercepted. It's battered down.
No.
In Houston now.
Back down again. Time slip.
Thanks for joining, Edward. If you let us know what we're complaining about. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know which team you're supporting as well. Second and 10. Empty backfield for McCarron. Takes off running up the middle. He's brought down. Looks like he's about 3 yards short. So that's third down. Battlehawks looking to get something going. On their own 38-yard line. Shotgun formation. It's incomplete. He had his receiver, the sticks, threw too far out in front, looking for Jennings. And the Battlehawks going to have to punt. Not been able to string anything together so far, the Battlehawks. There's fans of the game, so whoever says the attendance is poor is trolling. It's just not as full, I think is the point that we were making earlier about the attendance, even though it doesn't look too bad. We just saw it there along the bottom anyway. We were sort of saying yesterday for the opening game in Arlington, where all the teams are based, the attendance seemed very, very poor. The punt's up, returnable from the 20 for the Brahmas, sets off up the middle. Is eventually brought down at the 27, so that's where the Brahmas will start their next drive, looking to add to their 3-0 lead. So quarterback Cones look pretty good so far. Just missed on his last pass that set up the Brahmas field goal.
You shouldn't be listening in, should they?
So 1st and 10 for Cone. Time to throw. Dumps it off short, 5-yard pass. It's taken down. Let's bring up 2nd down.
I don't even know what that means.
You have to let us know what's the river walk. Second and 6. It's a handoff up the middle. Great run. It's a 1st down. Brahmas have really got something going on offense in this game so far. Whereas the Battlehawks have been very stop-starty. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter as well. So at the end of the first quarter, we've got a 3-0 lead for the Brahmas. For that Romo field goal, 43-yard field goal for the Brahmas. So there's no Edward, who's your XFL team? Is it one of the 2 teams playing in this game, or is it one of the other 6 teams? So if you're just joining us, this is the NFL UK Ops live play-by-play reaction stream of the San Antonio Brahmas against the St Louis Battlehawks in the XFL Week 1. So, of course, if you've been following us before, we've been live streaming throughout the playoffs and throughout the NFL season. Thought I'd give the XFL a go, something that was new to us. If it's new to you as well, we did produce a video this week on our channel. We had a look at the XFL, just a 5-minute video, looking at who the teams are, what the rules are as well. There's just quite a few that's different to the NFL. Try and get the game moving quicker, try and get it a bit more exciting, a few less collisions on kickoff as well. So if you've got a chance, make sure you check that video out. Then also let us know which team you are backing. So the 8 teams, of course, in the XFL this season. We've got the Arlington Renegades, the DC Defenders, Houston Roughnecks, the Orlando Guardians, and then in this game we've got the San Antonio Brahmas, of course. The Seattle Sea Dragons play later, the St Louis Battlehawks, and then the Las Vegas Vipers. So the week 1 schedule. So yesterday we had the Vipers at the Renegades. The Renegades came back in the second half. And even though the Vipers tried to tie the game up with pretty much the last play, were unable to do so. So the Vipers won 22-20. The Renegades won 22-20. The Roughnecks had their way with the Guardians yesterday. Completely dominated that one. And then, of course, in this one, the Battlehawks were 3 points favourites in what was supposed to be a fairly high-scoring game, but we've got only a 3-0 game so far to the Brahmas, a new team to the XFL. And then to complete the week 1 schedule, we've got the Seattle Sea Dragons and the DC Defenders later on. So at the start of the second quarter, it's the Brahmas that are on the move, looking to add to their 3-0 lead. It's 1st and 10. It's going to be a pass from Cone. It's a dump-off pass over the middle. Managed to gain about 6 or 7 through the air. It sets up a 2nd and 3. Shotgun formation for Cohen. Quick fire out on the screen. Fights forward. Looks like he just about has got enough for the first down. So a new set of downs for the Brahmas. Just interested in hearing the play calls. So it's empty backfield for the Brahmas, just inside their own half. Under pressure, gets the ball out, finds a receiver, and gains 11 yards through the air as well. Stood in there well. It's got to be said, the Brahmas have done very well in this game so far, mixed in the run and the passing game. And Cohen's willing to stand in there and take the hits. So it's a 1st and 10 from the Battlehawks 41. Quick fired out to the receiver again, looking to set up a screen. We managed to gain 5 or 6 yards through the air. It's a handoff on 2nd and 4. Managed to gain a couple of yards. It's going to be up 3rd and short. We've seen the call coming in from the defensive coordinator of the Battlehawks and the offensive coordinator of the Brahmas. It's a sneak attempt. That's close. I think they've given it him though. That was close. I'm not sure he broke the plane. It's a 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line of the Battlehawks now. Oh, it's a high snap. Takes in well. and throws the ball away. The timing was completely off on that play. It's a high snap. Cohn did well to jump and get the ball, first of all, and then was under pressure from his blind side and did well to throw the ball away. So a 2nd and 10. Snap back to Cohn. Oh, he's under pressure. The ball's out. And he's scooped up by a Battlehawks defender at the 50, at the 40. He's being chased down by a wide receiver and brought down. Managed to take it back to around the 26-yard line of the Brahmas, and that's a turnover. They look like they were getting to Cohn.
Need to ask Edward how old he is.
You Jason in disguise.
Yeah.
Did very well, the left end. Forced the fumble. Scooped it up himself. There's an injured Battlehawks player down now. So they've had to go to a break. That might be the spark play that the Battlehawks needed because of struggled to get anything going on offense. The Brahmas were over 100 yards on the game. Whereas the Battlehawks only about 30. But they're set up in really good starting field position, already in field goal range, you'd feel. As Edwards called it, a Battlehawks ball. Are you a Battlehawks fan, Edward? That's why we are on the break as well. Let us know what your thoughts are on the XFL so far. Do you like what you've seen so far? Do you like the new rules, the teams? And for what you've seen from the game so far, are you liking what you see? Can you see a future for the XFL? Or do we think it's going to, first of all, do we see it getting through to the end of the season? And then do we see it being something year on year that they're able to build on? I think the Rock's obviously very passionate about it, Dwayne Johnson. So he's been there promoting the game again today after promoting it yesterday. As we were saying earlier in the stream, it'll provide a lot of opportunities for players that weren't drafted out of college, and perhaps second, third, fourth chances for players that have been on NFL rosters to get an opportunity during the preseason to go and join the rosters or get onto a practice squad perhaps of an NFL team. This gives them that extra opportunity. So there's definitely room for it. You know, the USFL obviously starts later than the XFL. You have to let us know if anybody watches that. Obviously, that's its second season. If anybody watched that last season, let us know what your thoughts were on the USFL. We're just at a game break at the minute. Off of that turnover, looked like a Battlehawks player went down injured. So they were getting seen to on the field. So it's Travis Feeney that was down, the linebacker. Was going into the blue tent. I think he hit his head, so they'll be watching that very closely. Let's have a look. Oh, he did. He immediately let go of the ball as well. So it's Feeney that actually forced the fumble, scooped the ball up, and then was dragged down on the tackle. But he did hit his head on the turf, so we'll have to watch that closely. The 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks from the 29-yard line of the Brahmas. It's going to be a pass play. Plenty of time to pass. And not the greatest throw from McCarron, but an excellent adjustment and catch is going to set the Battlehawks up 1st and goal. It's a play action. McCarron stepped forward, threw behind the receiver, but brought it in well. It's going to be 1st and goal. Battlehawks got an opportunity to take the lead. So 1st and goal from the 8. Play action pass, lofted pass to the end zone. Some hand fighting definitely going on between the receiver and cornerback. It falls incomplete. And that's going to set up 2nd and goal. Nicely lofted pass. Oh, and the receiver really should have brought it in. Landed into the basket. Looks like a false start against the Battlehawks as well. It's going to put them 5 yards further back. It was. So I can set up 2nd and goal. They're outside the 10 though now. Empty backfield for McCarron. Running back spreads out wide. It's now back to McCarron. Plenty of time to pass. Looks end zone. It goes over the head of the receiver. That's going to be 3rd and goal. And a long way to go. They have to take a timeout. The clock was expiring. So we have an extra opportunity to think about it. So 3rd and goal is going to be from the 13-yard line of the Brahmas. If they're unable to make it, they'll have an opportunity, as long as there's no turnover, have an opportunity to kick a field goal to tie the game up. So we'll see if the Battlehawks are able to get into the end zone to take the lead for the first time. 13 yards to go. Not me. So just on a break at the minute, after the Battlehawks took a timeout. to have an extra bit of time to think about this. 3rd and goal from the 13-yard line of the Brahmas. Set up, of course, on this drive from the forced fumble and recovery by the Battlehawks. Set them up in good field position. A completion took them down to the 8-yard line. But 2 shots at the end zone and a penalty has put them back at the 13-yard line. So 3rd and goal. So here we go, 3rd and goal. Empty backfield for McCarron. Under pressure, starts stepping forwards. Under pressure again, he's dragged down on the sack eventually. A 2-yard loss, so a good stand from the Brahmas. And that'll likely be a field goal attempt. Only sent 3, the Brahmas as well, but created a really good bit of pressure. So a 32-yard field goal attempt. Oh,
Terrible.
The whistles were going, I think, before, which might save...
Laughing.
The Battlehawks called a timeout just before they snap, which is a good job because that kick was terrible.
Look, he's
there. Yeah, Coach Anthony Beck will be opening the timeouts, giving the kicker a bit of time to think and sort himself out because that attempt was terrible. So here we go. It's only a 32-yard field goal attempt. Try and get himself lined up a bit better this time, hopefully. Here we go. Well, that's a better attempt. That's through, and that ties the game up. Don't know what happened on that first one. The game's tied at 3 each, a field goal apiece. I've got just over 8 minutes left in the first half. In what was supposed to be a fairly high-scoring contest, it was projected. It takes some getting used to these interviews that they keep on randomly doing with the players or coaches straight after a play. I mean, yesterday in the Vipers and Renegades game, was a touchdown, and the reporter tried to run into the end zone and tried to interview the player in the end zone while the team was celebrating, and basically just got shoved off. So here comes the kick from the Battlehawks. Of course, the new rules: the players can't move until the returner has caught it or the ball's been on the ground for 3 seconds. And it is caught. And returner makes the player miss. And a good tackle, but he managed to get back to the 30-yard line. Looked like it was going to open up for him for a second. So the Brahmas will be starting from their own 30-yard line. Heavy formation for the Brahmas. Up the middle run. Managed to gain about 3 yards. They're liking that formation in this game so far. Heavy formation. They've gone up the middle, gone on the outside. Second and goal. Same formation again. Heavy formation, tight. It's play action pass though this time. Scrambles out to his right. Makes a completion. Gains 3 or 4 yards. Going to set up third and short. I'm just saying that both the Brahmas offensive linemen that went down injured in the game are both out for the game. So that's not good. We've got 2 backup linemen in already. Looks like the Battlehawks have jumped. And that's going to be a first down automatic for the Brahmas.
They're all mic'd up, aren't they? Jesus.
It wasn't an automatic first down. I thought they'd made it. They hadn't quite. But on third and 1, they run it up the middle and do get the first down this time.
While we were watching replays.
So it'll be first and 10 for the Brahmas from their own 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, trips left for the Brahmas. Quick pass on the screen again. Nice spin move to find space. Gains 8 yards on first down. They've run that screenplay 3 or 4 times now. So second down, it's a handoff up the middle. Don't think he's going to get there on second and 1. I think he's about half a yard short. Clock's under 6 minutes now. Third and 1.
What's going on there?
They obviously made it.
And then we just jumped 2 players.
Mm-hmm. So jumped ahead. We're now up to second and 12.
Wow.
Stream trying to catch up. Was holding against the Brahmas. So second and 22 now from their own 39-yard line for the Brahmas. Looks like a false start. So that's going to put them another 5 yards back. Second and 27 coming up. Hines Ward doesn't look happy. Back-to-back penalties for the backup lineman. Second 27, it's pass play, dumped off to the running back, Ballage, who's pushed out of bounds. Looks like a loss of maybe another 2 on that play as well. 3rd and 28 they found themselves in now, the Brahmas. Just over 3 minutes left in the first half. 3-3 scoreline. Trips left. It's going to be a pass play. It's a dump off pass to Balaj. Only managed to gain 7 yards. It's going to set up a punt. So penalties really killed the Brahmas on that drive. So it's a 4th and 19. It's going to be a punt. The punt's up. Returnable from the 15. Out to the left. And steps out of bounds at the 24-yard line of the Battlehawks. So what is probably their stronger side of the ball, the Battlehawks, haven't really got anything going on offense in this game so far. So 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. So now back to McCarron. It's a handoff up the middle. Brought down after a 1-yard gain. That's probably going to take us down to the 2-minute warning. And that is so 3-3 scoreline, a field goal apiece. The Battlehawks have got the ball on their own 25-yard line, looking to go down the field and score before half-time. The new rules, of course, in the XFL state that every time that the team inside 2 minutes gets a first down, it stops the clock. Otherwise, obviously, the clock will keep running. So that can work to the Battlehawks' advantage on this drive due to the fact that they have only got one timeout remaining now in this game, in this half, sorry. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair in this game so far after the entertaining first game between the Vipers and the Renegades. Just a strong first half from the Vipers and then backed up by a very strong second half for the Renegades. The Roughnecks dominating against the Guardians, putting up a lot of points. This one's been a much closer affair, dominated by defense, and not a. The Battlehawks have, in particular, really struggled to get anything going on offense. The Brahmas have looked much better with a mixture of run and pass. They've used the heavy formation quite well, the Brahmas. But AJ McCarron and the Battlehawks offense have really struggled to get anything really going consistently. They've got an opportunity before half-time to see if they can score some points and also put themselves in the lead. It'll be the Brahmas ball in the second half as well. Okay, if you are just joining us, welcome to the NFL UK Ops Live play-by-play reaction stream of the Brahmas against the Battlehawks in the XFL. Let us know who your team is in the XFL. Is it one of these two teams, or Is he one of the other 6? Who are you backing to go all the way in the XFL this season? So we're back, ready for the Battlehawks. Second down from their own 25-yard line. 2nd and 9. I don't know why the clock's still saying 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So it's a handoff up the middle, immediately stopped. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. I think the Brahms have called a timeout prior to the 2-minute warning. So now we've got the 2-minute warning.
How do you call the timeout 2 seconds before a 2-minute warning?
They're obviously trying to conserve as much time as they can, the Brahmas themselves, if they can get a stop here and get the ball back for themselves with an opportunity to go down and score points. They've got the added benefit now, of course, if they can get the stop, you don't need that many timeouts within 2 minutes now, because every time you get a first down, the clock's going to stop, so that's going to work to your advantage. It's like extra timeouts in your pocket. So 3rd and 11 for the Battlehawks, who need to convert, or they could set up the Brahmas in good starting field position and good opportunity to score before half-time. So 3rd and 11 for their own 23. Snap back to McCarron. Scrambles out to his right, throws the ball short. And it's going to be a loss of 3 yards. I think McCarron panicked then. I think he had more time than he actually realised after coming out to the side and bootlegging out. The defender had fallen down. That's it. So it's going to be 4th and 14, so they're going to have to punt. And the punt is up. It's not a great punt. It is returnable. It's a decent return and good starting field position for the Brahmas.
PM. It's early.
So 1st and 10 for the Brahmas on their own 35-yard line. It's a handoff. Turns back inside. Managed to gain 8 yards on the ground. Clock ticking, just under a minute and a half left. The Brahmas got 2 timeouts. Every time they get a first down, will be another stop of the clock as well. 2nd and 2. It's another handoff up the middle. It is for a first down. That gains 7. So now the clock will stop. Don't need to burn any of the timeouts.
It's counting down. Clock.
Oh, it's a good pass and catch. Gains 15 yards through the air. So the clock doesn't start until the ball is spotted. Once the ball's spotted, then the clock... Oh, they're ruling it incomplete now. Saying it's incomplete, which will stop the clock. I think the booth will might have a double check on this one. No, I think that's definitely incomplete.
seems a bit.
It's close. It's close. Need to find a better angle. That was the problem last time. They couldn't find a decent angle on the turnover last time. Need to zoom in. Need to zoom in on the left picture.
There's not enough to overturn it.
So it's an incomplete pass because they couldn't overturn it. There's no clear evidence to say that he had caught it. They obviously haven't got as many angles as they have in the NFL. Because they would have been zooming in and all sorts on that one. So 2nd and 10, just under a minute. They're on halfway. Snap back to Cone. Fires it. Oh, great pass and catch. Excellent catch all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Stop the clock.
And that will stop the clock until they spot the ball. Once they spot the ball, the clock will continue to go. Scrambles out to his right. Is eventually caught off the bobble. Gains 8 yards. And the Brahmas are on the move. Clock ticking just under 30 seconds. The Brahmas have got 2 timeouts. 2nd and 1. Cone throws the ball away out of bounds. 3rd and 1, 19 seconds left. In field goal range already. So the 3rd and 1 from the Battlehawks 16-yard line. They've got 19 seconds and 2 timeouts. Objective on this play is just get the first down. It's a handoff up the middle. Oh, it's close. They're going to have to call a timeout, I think. I think he's just short. Where they've put the ball down, they put it down for a first down, but...
You're gutted if it is a first down, you call the timeout. That's harsh, isn't it? You've got to take a timeout while they decide if it's a first down.
Couldn't risk it. Confusion here. We've got cameramen on field. We've got everybody on field.
Oh, so it's 4th and 1 now.
So they have ruled it. He was just short. I think it's right. I think he was just short. What do you do if you're the Brahmas? The Brahmas do get the ball after half time.
Well, they've got to get the first down and they'll be fine.
4th and 1 though.
Big field goal. Big field goal.
They are going to go for it, the Brahmas. It's a QB sneak. It's close. It looks like they've got enough. They need to call a timeout straight away. Or do they? Actually, they don't need to call the timeout. They've got to wait for the ball to get spotted. And they could spike it, can't they?
I think if they've made the first down, the clock will stop anyway.
Until the ball gets spotted, though, they have to get to the line and get spiked as quickly as they can. Oh, fake spike. Lofted towards the end zone. Oh, it's dropped on the back shoulder pass. Should have been a touchdown. Oh, Johnson wasn't able to bring it in. Should have been a touchdown. It's a fake spike. Lofts it towards the back shoulder pass. Oh, it hits both his hands. Was unable to bring it in. That's a missed opportunity for the Brahmas. And now they're going to attempt the field goal.
They're going to miss it.
So Parker Romo made a 43-yarder earlier. This is only 34, straight down the middle. We've got a timeout. I assume that's from the Battlehawks.
What's that?
Showed a replay on the fake spike loft to the back shoulder throw. Right, so going for the field goal attempt, 34 yards. It's up. Oh, it's missed right. Oh, dear. He's missed the 34-yarder. Clearly made a 43-yarder earlier. Maybe felt the pressure coming up on his left and rushed the kick, but the Battlehawks have got 3 seconds left. I assume they might be taking a knee. They do take a knee. That takes us to half-time with a score 3-3. But with the Brahmas that do get the ball, do receive the ball in the second half as well. So as Edward said, it has been a defensive battle so far. The Battlehawks have really struggled to get anything going on offense whatsoever. The Brahmas have looked much better running and passing the ball. So hopefully, from a Battlehawks perspective, we'll be able to get something sorted out at half-time. And as Edward again has rightly said, first week of season could go either way. You're going to get results that are close. The Vipers and Renegades is very close. Really good offensive and defensive battle in that game. A bit of a blowout between the Roughnecks dominating against the Guardians. And this one, a very low-scoring contest. This was actually pitched as the highest, going to be the highest scoring game out of the 4 games this weekend, but it's just a 3-3 scoreline. And it has been pretty much all defense. So that's half-time. It's only a 10-minute half-time rather than the 15 that they usually get in the NFL. We're just going to take a short break, and then we'll be back for the second half. Make sure you join us for the second half in just over 5 minutes' time. Right, so we're back for the second half of the Brahmas and the Battlehawks. A real defensive battle we've had so far in this one. The Brahmas have definitely looked better on offense, and the Battlehawks have really struggled to get anything going at all. Only really got the field goal based on the turnover the defense got from the fumble recovery. But here we go with the third quarter. And the Battlehawks kick it off to the Brahmas. Collected at the 10-yard line. Tries to bounce out to the side. Decent field position to start with. 34-yard line for the Brahmas. So we'll see if the Brahmas can keep rolling on offense, just hurt themselves with some penalties. They're down 2 starting offensive linemen in this game, got injured very early on. Here's a handoff up the middle. Only gains about a yard, though. That was to Ballard again. So that's set up 2nd and 9. 11 rushes for only 25 yards, so they might stop Ballard pretty well. So 2nd and 9 from their own 34-yard line. It's now back to Cohen. It's another handoff up the middle to Ballard, who breaks a tackle this time, though. And just as I say, they've stopped him pretty well. He breaks off a decent run and takes it up almost to halfway. So 1st and 10, just inside their own half now, the Brahmas. It's another handoff up the middle. Ballard's trying to find blocking. Looks like he's gained 1, maybe 2 yards up the middle. It's patient running. He's trying to find a block and trying to find a gap. Play action pass for Cohen. Out to his right, throws down the right sideline, and it's caught before the receiver's thrown out of bounds, though. They are on the Battlehawks 30, so a great opening drive of this half for the Brahmas.
Well,
So 1st and 10. From the Battlehawks 30-yard line. Heavy formation again. It's a handoff up the middle. Dives forward. Looks like he's gained about 3 yards on the ground. It looks like it's going to be an injury timeout. This is running back Patrick that's down for the Brahmas as well, struggling to get up. They've done well with the 1-2 punch of Ballard and Patrick so far in this game, the Brahmas. But Patrick's down on his back, getting seen to by the trainers, so we're going to have a game break. If you are new to our channel, if you're new to XFL, just as we were, make sure you check out our video on our channel where we break down everything that you need to know about the XFL, the new rules, the teams. It's all in a video, all in 5 minutes. So make sure you check that out. And let us know in the comments as well, who's your team for the XFL this season? Which team you're backing? Have you followed the XFL before? Or are you brand new to it like we were? But we're hoping that the XFL is going to kick on and actually be sustainable moving forward. We'll be looking to stream more games throughout this season. And then hopefully it'll feed nicely into the NFL and into pre-season of the NFL. And hopefully some of these guys from the XFL can work their way onto NFL rosters. And that's exactly what I know that the aim of this league is. Same with the USFL. So let us know which team you are backing. Obviously, the 8 teams on the screen there are the teams that we've got. The Renegades beat the Vipers in a close one yesterday, and the Roughnecks dominated against the Guardians. We've obviously got the Brahmas, who are new to the XFL, a new team formed for 2023, replacing the LA Wildcats. They're playing against the St Louis Battlehawks. And then in the later game today, we've got the Seattle Sea Dragons at the DC Defenders. So let us know in the comments which team you are backing in the XFL this year. And the time of the game as well. So the Seattle Sea Dragons and Defenders, that kicks off 8 p.m. Eastern time. Or if it was where we are, that's 1 o'clock in the morning where we are. Just advertising the shop on the screen as well. So it's good to see that they are getting a lot of branding and things on there. So they are going all in on the XFL this season. And hopefully it works out. So let us know in the comments if you are joining us. Let us know in the comments. Come and say hi. More interaction, the better. Which team are you supporting in the XFL? Is it the Brahmas, the Battlehawks, or is it one of the other teams? Let us know in the comments. So in our game, it's 3-3 at the moment. The Brahmas have had a really good opening drive to the second half. Now 2nd and 7 from the 27-yard line of the Battlehawks. Cohen's in the shotgun. It's another handoff up the middle to Ballard. Managed to gain a couple of yards on the ground, takes him down to the 25-yard line. That's going to be 3rd and 5. Got all the momentum at the minute, the Brahmas. We're hoping they can punch this in for a touchdown. Snap back to Cohen, looking to pass to the left. Finds receiver in the flat, who steps past the line to gain before being pushed out of bounds inside the 20, so they're into the red zone. Got away with a bit of a rub play there, the Brahmas. Could have been a late hit out of bounds as well. But 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Heavy formation again. It's the handoff up the middle. Ballard bounces to the left. Gains 3 yards on the ground. Maybe 2. And that sets up a 2nd and 8. So Brahmas wide receiver a bit banged up, hopping off the field. Play clock obviously continues to tick down. So 2nd and 8, trips right. Oh, it's a high snap again, but well taken in by Cohen. Scrambles out to his right. Takes off running. And steps out of bounds. Around 2 to 3 yards short of the line to gain. We did well to bring that in. It was fired in high. Got his fingertips on it. Batted it up in the air to himself. And took off running to the right. You sometimes see big plays come from those broken plays. But look at the yardage difference. 220 yards for the Brahmas versus only 53 for the Battlehawks. Yeah, it's a 3-3 game. Heavy formation for the Brahmas. 3rd and 2. It's the handoff. Stuffed at the line. It's going to make it 4th and 2 I think the Brahmas are going to opt for the field goal attempt. So Romo, who earlier kicked a 43-yarder, which could have gone 50 plus, then missed just before half-time, missed a 34-yarder wide to the right. This one looks like it's even closer. 29 yards on the right hash. Straight down the middle this time for Romo. And that's going to give the Brahmas a 6-3 lead. So an excellent opening drive in the second half for the Brahmas. Just over 5 minutes of possession. Managed to drive it down and will have hoped to score a touchdown, but unable to get into the end zone. Have to settle for that field goal. But they do have the lead, and their defense has been playing extremely well in this game. The Battlehawks only gained 53 yards so far in that first half. I've really struggled to get anything going. You'd expect more from AJ McCarron and that Battlehawks offense, which has been talked about a lot with the XFL this season. The St Louis Battlehawks are supposed to have one of the most high-powered offenses, but not seen it so far. So it's kick formation. Remember the new rules. Can't move until the kick returner has caught it, and now we do. Caught from the 5-yard line, returnable at the 20. Breaks through the gap at the 30 and is eventually brought down at the 34-yard line. So a good return and decent starting field position for the Battlehawks. Hopefully they went in at halftime and had a discussion of how they're going to sort this offense out. Hopefully scripted some plays. I can get something going to start the second half on their first possession. It's tight shotgun formation. Snap back to McCarron. Lofted pass to the running back. Managed to gain 6 or 7 yards. I think they want to get McCarron in some sort of rhythm because something was just off in that first half. The 2nd and 6 is a handoff up the middle. Oh, and looking for a gap, tries to bounce it out wide, but an excellent tackle from the cornerback of the Brahmas. Shepherd, was it Siverand? Trying to read the back of the jerseys. It sets up a 3rd and 5 and a big 3rd and 5, actually, because the Battlehawks have really struggled. So on their own 39-yard line, 3rd and 5. Which way are we going to go with this one? The defensive line stepped forward, but then the offensive line moved. And they've given the false start against the Battlehawks. It's always going to be a close one, that one. Brahmas defensive lineman stepped forward. I think the right guard did move as well. It was close, but that's 3rd and 10, so even harder for the Battlehawks now. Snap back to McCarron. Looking to pass under pressure up the middle and has to duck down and take the sack 5 yards deep. In fact, I think he's lost 10 yards on that play. And the Battlehawks have carried on from their offensive struggles in the first half. An excellent defensive display from the Brahmas tonight so far. And the punt is up. And it's caught at the 25-yard line. Is returnable. Managed to return it back to the 35-yard line for the Brahmas. So the Brahmas be hoping they can continue what they've been doing on offense. Over 200 yards for them in this game so far. They just haven't got the points to show for it. They're hoping they can go one better this time around. Good starting field position. Being able to mix in the running and passing game really well. Cones look really good at quarterback. And Ballard's been running pretty well. Patrick was until he got injured. And the Battlehawks need a turnover or something that's going to ignite that team because their offense has been a massive problem for them. Only 2 first downs so far in the entire game for the Battlehawks. The team that was heavily favoured to win this game by 3 potentially more points and put a fair amount of points on the boards, but haven't seen it this game so far. So if you have just joined us, let us know where you're watching today's game and who you're supporting. Is your XFL team, whether you're new to XFL and you've picked a team, or if you haven't picked a team yet, let us know in the comments. You know, an old NFL rule for fans of coming to the NFL was pick a game, and whichever team wins that game, that's the team that you support from then on. So maybe that's perhaps what you could do in this one. Before the XFL started, we had a look through myself and Andy from NFL UK Ops. Andy's gone with the Las Vegas Vipers. Lost a close one yesterday. I've gone with the St Louis Battlehawks, obviously in this one, and had a lot of problems on offense so far, but taking nothing away from the San Antonio Brahmas. A really strong defensive display. And look good on offense as well. As I say, just haven't had got the points to show for all the yards that they've got. So on the second drive of this half, can the Brahmas add to their lead? Or can the Battlehawks get a stop, or even better for them, can they force a turnover? Seven minutes remaining in the third quarter. It's Cone in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass, plays under pressure at the middle and throws the ball away. Battlehawks are getting close, but not close enough to bring him down. Just advertising the second game tonight in the XFL, which is the Seattle Sea Dragons at the DC Defenders. Let us know if you're watching that game, who you think will win that one. Probably the most high-profile XFL former NFL player playing in that one, Josh Gordon. So 2nd and 10, a great spin move. And that was Ballard again. Get 7 or 8 yards on 2nd down. It's going to set up 3rd and short. He's claiming face mask as well. It hasn't been a flag. Coach can challenge that now. Coaches have got one challenge. They can challenge anything, any play, any flag. So 3rd and 2. It's a handoff again to Ballard up the middle. Finds a gap. Barrels his way for 1st down. And that's going to take them almost up to halfway. Just as we see the coordinators on there talking, Andy said it's weird that everyone's mic'd up. So you can hear the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator calling the plays. Snap back to Cohn, looking to pass. Under pressure, managed to get rid of the ball just about as he gets hit by a couple of Battlehawks defenders. It hits the hands of the receiver, but falls incomplete. I say that Cohn has looked impressive for the Brahmas at quarterback. Clock still running. Snap back to Cohn. Quick pass out into the flat.
God, those cameramen are annoying, aren't they? Right in your face as soon as you get up.
So it'll be 3rd and 6. Third and 6 for the Brahmas, just inside Battlehawks territory. Snap back to Cohn, looking to pass. Throws over the middle, but the receiver's unable to hold it. Goes through his hands, and that's probably going to lead to a punt. Had he brought it in, it'd have been closest to where they got to the first down, but it broke through his hands. So a good stand for the Battlehawks. So the punter for the Brahmas is Brad Wing, who of course played in the NFL as well. And the punt is up. And it's being fair caught at the 13-yard line. So that's where the Battlehawks are going to start from. And they need to get something going on offense, and they need to get something going very, very quickly. Only 2 first downs in the entire game so far. So can the Battlehawks put a drive together and get back in this game? Snap back to McCavern, looking to pass. Got time to pass. Throws over the middle. He's caught for 7 yards. It's a good start. They tend to do that pretty well, strangely enough. The Battlehawks on first down, they made some good plays, but then been unable to back it up on 2nd and 3rd down. So 2nd and 3. They're on their own 20-yard line. It's a toss play left. And he's found a gap to Hill. He's found a gap.
Holding.
Takes it up to the 29-yard line. Looked like it was close to holding or blocking the back. I think the tight end does well to get away with the block in the back there, but the Battlehawks will take it. It's a first down, only their 3rd in the game. It's a 1st and 10. And it's a play action pass. McCavern under pressure, spins out. He's got plenty of time to throw now, but now steps back inside, doesn't really know where he's going. And the ball comes out at the end. I think he was down by contact. McCallum managed to break out of the sack, come out to his left where he had loads of time to throw, but then defender came up, he stepped back inside again. Oh, he did fumble it. It was a fumble. But it was recovered by Battlehawks offensive player. It's 2nd and 6, so a let-off. It's a handoff up the middle. Stuff right to the line. It might even be a yard loss. They've really struggled to get anything going on the ground, the Battlehawks.
Really struggled to get anything going in the chat.
It's a 3rd and 7. Just over a minute left in the 3rd quarter. Empty backfield for McCarron. Under pressure. And goes down for the sack on a 7-yard loss. And the punt team comes out for the Battlehawks again. When you see him go down the way he does, he just reminds me of Mac Jones. It must be an Alabama thing. It's just... He didn't even stand in there to try and even look for a pass. As soon as he saw the pressure in his face, he just straight down. That's what Mac Jones does. So 4th and 14. The punting from their own 24-yard line. The punt is up. Returnable from the 30-yard line of the Brahmas. Now it's returned up. Looks like to the 38-yard line. So again, good start at field position. And the Battlehawks need their defense to step up again. It's a 6-3. Really low-scoring defensive battle we've had so far. Oh, and there's a jump. I think it was encroachment. It was not the start the Battlehawks defense needed. That's a free 5 yards. It's a handoff to Patrick, looking for blocking. Managed to gain 3 yards. Going to set up 2nd and around 2. That's probably going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, though. And it is. Seems to have gone by very, very quickly. We're going into the 4th quarter. The Brahmas hold a 6-3 lead over the Battlehawks. And unless something dramatic changes in this last quarter, you can see this is going to be a win for the Brahmas as well. They've looked much better on offense and, of course, defense. They just haven't got their rewards with the points. Well, they have looked very, very good running the ball, passing the ball. And the Battlehawks have got nothing going on the ground and very little going through the air. Before we head into the 4th quarter, let us know what your thoughts are on the XFL so far. What are your thoughts on this game, the 2 games from yesterday, and what you think the Rock and the rest of that group are trying to do for the XFL? You think it's a good thing? It's positive? Do you think it's going to last? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. And if you are new to the XFL as well, make sure you check out our video that we put out this week about the XFL. Just a 5-minute video, but it explains about the teams. It explains the new rules of the XFL and how that differs from the NFL. So make sure you go to our channel, check that out. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our NFL or XFL content. We're going to be following this all season, so make sure you check back. We're looking to do a live stream, hopefully, every week of the Sunday night game. So make sure you come and join us.
First person to put hashtag XFL is rigged gets a free Rams mini helmet. Let's see some typing.
Let us know which team you are backing in the XFL as well. Just 8 teams to choose from if you're new to it. So the teams on the screen, you can go obviously with which team, like sort of we did. We went with the team with the colours that we liked or the logo. Or perhaps there's a team that's close to your NFL team or where you live. So it's about to start the fourth quarter. The Brahmas have a 3-point lead, and they do have the ball as well. 2nd and 2. So about to go. It's a handoff to Patrick, who slips, gets back up, and does enough to get a first down. So 1st and 10. It's a handoff on the sweep. Only gains the yards. Just into Battlehawks territory.
Is that logo that Andy found, the 2020 logo? The Who Dares Wins logo? Go on the Andy farm.
It's SAS, I think he said, or something.
Oh, I see. He said it. Well, I looked at him and thought, that is the SS when I blame the whipped off.
Quick pass out to the receiver, looking to get blocking, but an excellent tackle. So it's a loss of a yard. It's going to be 3rd and long. Battlehawks need a stop. Potentially a turnover on 3rd down.
How sneaky is it if we can hear you?
3rd and 10. Cone looking to pass. Got time to pass. Going deep down the right. He's got an open receiver. He's caught at the 31-yard line. Gains 18 yards through the air to Brown. If he had more time to turn around, he actually had open space in front of him as well. But it's a 1st and 10. On the 31-yard line of the Battlehawks. Heavy formation again. They tend to run it on this, and they do run up the middle. And Patrick barrels his way forward, gains 3 yards. Some interesting play calls that you hear as well. Something to do a donkey then. Heavy formation again. And it is a handoff again. Bounces out to the left. But a great tackle coming up. And being able to bring down Patrick's great one-on-one tackle from Hamilton. He's made a few tackles like that in this game. Keeping the Battlehawks in it. He's going to set up 3rd and long. Receiver for the Brahmas, Landon Akers is struggling. The 3rd and 7. Snap back to Cohen, looking to pass. Fires one in right at the sticks. That is incredibly close.
Yeah.
The referees give it him. I think that was close. It was right on the line to game. It's 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line of the Battlehawks. It's a quick pass out again to the receiver. Breaks a tackle. Stays inbound before being pushed out. At the 6-yard line, it's 1st and goal. Could we have our first touchdown of the game?
Dodgy blocking that.
Breaks one tackle, leaps over it, and eventually pushed out of bounds, but it's 1st and goal for the Brahmas. Trips left, looking to pass, lofted into the back of the end zone. He's wide open. It looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Only need 1 foot in. And it is a touchdown for the Brahmas. Going for 2 points. Of course, the new extra point rule, no kicking. You have 1 extra point from the 2-yard line, 2 extra points from the 5-yard line, or 3 extra points from the 10-yard line. Looks like they are going to go for 2. They have placed the ball down at the 2-yard line, though, which means they're only going for 1.
Maybe you went 1 in both hands.
Okay, so they're only going for 1 extra point. So that's from the 2-yard line, a 2-yard attempt. Heavy formation. And he's flipped out. 1-on-1 tackle needed.
No.
And a great 1-on-1 tackle.
He should have put his head down and run.
1-on-1 defensive back versus Patrick, big-bodied running back. And the defender's able to bring him down. So the extra point is no good. But the Brahmas leading the game 12-3. You think that maybe Hines Ward and the Brahmas went for just 1 point, because if they'd have got that 1 point, it would have made it a 10-point game. Okay, because if the Battlehawks go down the field now, go for 3, they could tie this ball game up. I think that's...
One touchdown,
I think, yeah,
3 extra
that's
points.
it. So still a 1-score game, strangely enough, even though it's 9 points in it. It is still a 1-score game in the XFL 2023.
Everyone else got that.
But the Battlehawks have struggled to get anything going on offense in this game. Only have 3 first downs in the entire game. We're in the 4th quarter now. They need to get something going and quick if they're going to keep themselves in this one. But as we said, for the Brahmas, new to the XFL, a new team for 2023, under head coach Hines Ward, have looked very, very good on offense and on defense, and very promising for things moving forward for them. Seem to have a decent fan base. Obviously, the game being played in San Antonio as well. But we'll see if the Battlehawks can get back into it. I'm going to have to put a drive together, or they need something special to happen on this kick return. Because you feel they've only really got points in this game so far, the Battlehawks, due to a forced fumble and a decent return all the way down to around the 25-yard line. They had to settle for a field goal because they couldn't go any further than that.
Jesus. I've been trying an interview when you're in this situation.
So he goes for returnable from the 5-yard line for the Battlehawks. Makes a move out wide. Eventually knocked down around the 32, 33-yard line. So good starting field position for the Battlehawks. Head coach Anthony Beck has just said they just need one big play, get something going. What we haven't seen so far in the XFL, we haven't seen this double forward pass, which you're allowed to do. You're allowed to do 2 forward passes as long as the first forward pass doesn't go past the line of scrimmage. We haven't seen too many trick plays at all. I don't think we saw a single trick play yesterday between the Vipers and the Renegades anyway.
The only thing we've seen today is that fake.
And then, fake spike in this one, but nothing spectacular. So we've got a handoff to the right. Oh, he's found a gap at the 50, breaks a tackle, and he's brought down around the 25-yard line. So that big play that Coach Anthony Beck was just talking about for the Battlehawks, that's exactly what they needed. Found the gap, breaks one tackle, and Hill takes it all the way down to around the 26-yard line. And all of a sudden, that might just get something going for the Battlehawks. That's why they talked about Hill being someone to watch in the XFL this season. So got a handoff again to the left this time. Just for a gain of 2 yards. Takes to the 25-yard line. So I can set up a 2nd and 8.
Brownies are the best.
And it's a snap back to McCarron, empty backfield, thrown over the head of his receiver. I say McCarron hasn't had the best of games. Hey, Brownies are the best. Thank you very much for joining us. Let us know what your thoughts are on this game so far. Are you a Brahmas or Battlehawks fan, or are you backing somebody else in the XFL? Let us know. So 3rd and 8. Big play for the Battlehawks. Have got to go for it. Empty backfield for McCarron. Lofted. He's thrown it behind his receiver, who fell over, but not a good throw again. With 4th and 8.
He's telling his receiver off like he went the wrong route.
Missed opportunity for the Battlehawks. So there we go. We've got a field goal attempt. 43-yarder. He's missed it left.
Jesus.
And after that one big play from Hill on the run, and the Battlehawks come away with that drive empty-handed. Seen some indifferent kicking so far in the XFL, that's for sure. Makes you show a bit more respect to the NFL kickers. But the Brahmas still have a 12-3 lead. Just under 10 minutes left in the game. And take over from where that field goal was missed as well. So can the Brahmas put this game to bed on this drive? Can they score a touchdown and add to the lead? Or this Battlehawks defense stand up again and keep them in this game? Apart from one play for the Battlehawks on offense, that huge run from Hill on that last drive, have had very little in this game. I don't know whether the blame's fully on McCarron or whether there's a communication problem or the receiver ran the wrong route on that the last throw, but he was open. Whether the throw was behind him or the throw was where it needs to be because he was supposed to be bursting back out on the corner, I don't know, but a missed opportunity and then a missed field goal. So we go 1st and 10 for the Brahmas. The Mexican wave going. Heavy formation usually means run. It is another one. Doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know if he's got a red hat on for some reason.
He's the ball man.
Oh, is that the ball? Right. He's the ball spotter. That makes sense. That's his one sole job.
Yeah. I wonder what salary's on.
You're the ball boy. It's 2nd and 11. Looks like I've got a safety blitz. And it is a safety blitz, but it's going to be a run to the right. Managed to gain 4 yards, so the safety blitz came from the other side, so wasn't able to get there. Just over 7 minutes left in the game. Brahmas still leads 12-3. Third and 6. Can the Battlehawks force a stop? It's a pass play. Again, it's a wide receiver screen. Goes for the first down and more. Gains 9 yards. Run that play extremely well. The Brahmas must be 6 or 7 times they've run that play in this game. Or variations of that wide receiver screen. It's a 1st and 10 for the Brahmas. So now back to Cone. Again, another screen. Managed to gain 6 yards through the air. It's like watching the Patriots, apart from the Patriots couldn't run it as well. So many screen passes from the Brahmas, but the Battlehawks can't stop it. You can't stop them. Keep doing it.
Good frog. They're running a good frog.
2nd and 4. It's a handoff up the middle. Breaks tackle, Balaj. And it's another first down. All the way down to the 35-yard line of the Battlehawks. Have really worn the Battlehawks' defense down with those runs from Patrick and Balaj.
Eating the clock. Well,
We're playing the clock, only just over 5 minutes left in the game. Snap back to coach, another handoff up the middle. Meister, very patient running. Managed to gain 3 yards on first down. That should have been a loss, but really patient running. And as we said, even though this game's only 12-3 and technically a one-score game, the Brahmas have absolutely dominated it. So 2nd and 6. It's a handoff again, up the middle. Gains 2 yards. Takes it down to the 30-yard line. And the clock is going to be a problem now for the Battlehawks. It's under 4 minutes now. Third and 4. Safety blitz, but picked up pretty well. Loft a pass towards the end zone. He overthrows the receiver. And it falls incomplete. Nice poise in the pocket from Conan and good blocking. Say they've got 2 backup linemen in that offensive line. So it's up 4th and 4.
So they're going for it.
So they send out the kicker Romo, who was kicked from 43 and 29, but did miss a 34. This is going to be a decent distance, I'd have thought. 48. And the Brahmas call a timeout to maybe have a little extra think about it. He's definitely got the leg because on the 43-yarder he kicked earlier in the game. That had plenty of leg. That would have been good from 50 plus. That's it. That's
so we're watching
Brahms and Guardians. Brahms have been good though.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed watching Brahms.
Yeah,
should have done that NFL rule now. whoever wins first game you watch. Battlehawks will look rubbish.
it'd be interesting to see what Burner has to say actually with it, because he put Vipers at the bottom and bloody. No, he put Vipers mid, didn't he? But
yeah, mid and Battlehawks 3rd. And the kick's up. And it's through. Great kick. Seemed to loop up into the air. He gets enough height on it, that's for sure. Had to wait for it to come back down again. But it is good.
Is he doing a live stream?
So that makes the score 15-3, and now it is a 2-score game. You get so much height on the ball.
If it's a 45-degree angle, that's a good thing, isn't it? The coach seems cool. I like him.
Science Ward is a really good Really good wide receiver for the Steelers. And the kick's up. Returnable from the 10-yard line. Tries to find a gap. But he's met at the 29-yard line. So that's where the Battlehawks will start. Needing some sort of miracle now to get back into this. Produced next to nothing on offense in this game.
If he kicks it if the kick goes into the end zone, it starts at 35, doesn't it?
Mm.
Jesus. No wonder they're all returnable. Six people in Jack Max's family now. Then.
So 1st and 10. Finds the running back out of the backfield, only gains a yard.
Yeah, so.
Clock under 3 minutes. Two and a half minutes. Snap back to McCarron, looking to pass. A dump-off pass again. That's not going to be good enough. Only gains 3 yards. It's like the Battlehawks are conceding this game. Yeah, plenty of time to throw there, McCarron. Clock's ticking. Can they get another play off before the 2-minute warning? Looks like they will. Lofted pass. And it's caught at the sideline. And it is a first down.
Why has he sat down already?
So it's a first down.
2-minute warning.
At the 2-minute warning, the Brahmas lead by 12 points. So it is a 2-score game. So the Battlehawks need to score the touchdown and go for whatever they decide in terms of points. I suppose it doesn't really matter. I suppose actually you go for 3, I suppose. You go for 3 and then the new rules of where you can go for it on 4th and 15 from your own 25-yard line rather than do an onside kick. But they've got to go down and score a touchdown first for that to even be a possibility. But what an ending that would be. Let's hope for that ending. Hopefully, Battlehawks touchdown. Go for 3 and score the 3. Convert 4th and 15, go down the field and kick a field goal. And then we go to overtime. That would require some sort of rhythm on offense, though. So the 2-minute warning. Battlehawks need to do something they haven't done very well all day in this game and produce some offense and very, very quickly. They'll be helped out by the new rule within 2 minutes. Anytime they do get a first down, the clock will stop until the ball is placed down and the referee blowing the whistle. But they're going to have to score a touchdown, then they're going to have to convert the 4th and 15 from their own 25-yard line to maintain possession from there. So here we go. Can they pull off the big finish at the end for the Battlehawks? We're calling it now. Touchdown, 3-point conversion. convert the 4th and 15, kick a field goal, and we'll have a tied ball game 15-all.
It would be a good effort for the XFL. And if it's scripted, that's what's happening.
Empty backfield for McCarron on 1st and 10 from his own 46-yard line. Snap back to him. Looking to pass. Gains around 4 or 5 yards. The clock is going to be ticking. They have got all 3 timeouts, the Battlehawks. There's a player down injured for the Brahmas, which seems a bit unfair because the clock was still ticking and the referee's got the ball in his hand. So it's a bit harsh on the Battlehawks there, really, because the guy went down injured, the referee's holding the ball and the clock's still going. That should be a good game, actually, the Renegades and Roughnecks.
Nah, Roughnecks will just batter them.
So 2nd and 5. Snap back to McCarron. Lofted pass down the left sideline, looking for a receiver. Did he get to at least 1 foot in? He caught it. And he said this referees give it as 1 foot. That would put him inside the red zone. Where's that pass play been all game? He only needed 1 foot in. I think he's got it. Yes, he has. His right foot was in. They're down on the 16-yard line. Snap back to McCarron. Spin. Oh, doesn't spin out of the play. Gets sacked. A big sack as well. And the clock is going.
Using a timeout, but the clock's still ticking. Very slow calling a timeout.
It's a great catch. Only need 1 foot in the XFL, so it's college rules. Second and 17. I suppose they could do it the other way, couldn't they? The Battlehawks, if they could kick a field goal, try and convert 4th and 15 and go down the field to score a touchdown and 3-point conversion. That's a harder way, of course, but... Yeah. Second and 17 from the 23-yard line. Empty backfield for McCarron. Snap back to him. He's got plenty of time. Starts running. Steps out of bounds.
That wasn't the best of things today, I wouldn't have thought. Didn't gain much, did he? It's out of bounds, I suppose.
It's out of bounds, so the clock will stop. So 3rd and 12. So 90 seconds left in the game. 3rd and 12. Snap back to McCarron. Got time to throw. Looks towards the end zone. And it is brought in for the touchdown for the Battlehawks. This game is not over yet. Here we go. The Tom script is here. Battlehawks convert a 3-point conversion next. Convert to 4th and 15. Kick a field goal. And we've got overtime. So there we go. They're going for the 3 points. They're going for the 3 points. Snap back to McCarron. Got time to throw. Looks end zone. Did he get it in? He did. I'm telling you. Oh, that'll be a short tomorrow. That if that happens, I called it ages ago. There you go, 15-12. There you go, 15-12. And now, rather than kicking the onside kick, the Battlehawks can go for it on 4th and 15 on their own 25-yard line. If they convert that 4th and 15, they've got a chance with 1 minute and 25 seconds left to go up the field to either kick a field goal to tie or potentially score a touchdown and win. So 4th and 15. I've got to say, I did call this at 15-3. I said the Battlehawks will score a touchdown, get the 3-point conversion, convert a 4th and 15 and go down, score a field goal, and we'll get overtime in this game. Will that happen? Is the XFL as scripted as the NFL? We'll find out. The XFL would love a game to go to overtime in week 1. It's like penalty shootout overtime. So 4th and 15. Really, the game's all on this. The game is all on this play. 4th and 15 from their own 25-yard line. They need to get to the 40-yard line. Snap back to McCarron. Got time to throw. He's got time to throw. Plenty of time. And he's got the receiver. And they've converted it. They've converted it. So they've got a new set of downs. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. 1st and 10. This game's come to life. And all of a sudden, the Battlehawks have found offense. Struggled all game to get anything going. And then over the last 2 minutes... Now they've got a chance, the Battlehawks, from producing no offense in this game. The Brahmas dominating it. The Battlehawks have got an opportunity to go down the field now and kick a field goal to tie, or even better, a touchdown, and win this game from absolutely nowhere.
Have you seen goal?
Hi, NHL. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you let us know who you're backing in this game. So 1st and 10 for the Battlehawks.
Is it that? No.
Have the Battlehawks read my script? Let's find out. 1 minute and 17 seconds. Down by 3. They've got 2 timeouts. The Brahmas send pressure. Lofter pass down the right sideline goes over the head of the receiver. There is a flag, though. And it's against the Brahmas.
Oh.
Oh, Eric's back. Could the nice you come back, Eric? Could the Battlehawks do it? I've got to say, if you weren't on, Eric, it was 15-3, and I called it. I said, right, if the XFL is as scripted as the NFL, the Battlehawks will go down, score a touchdown, get a 3-point conversion, convert the 4th and 15, go down and kick a field goal to take it to overtime. Well, 3 out of those 4 things have happened so far. So if they kick a field goal, go to overtime. I say we've got a really good short for tomorrow on YouTube anyway. If anybody will watch it, nice. 1st and 10. Lofter pass over the middle. It's another 1st down by the looks of it. They're inside the 30. Oh, they've not given the 1st down, so the clock's going to continue. It's 2nd and 1. Just under a minute left. Snap back to McCarron. He's looking to pass. It's a screen pass to the running back. Breaks a couple of tackles, Hill. And then steps out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Where have the Battlehawks come from? We'll let you off. It's Sunday. We'll let you off, Eric. But go Battlehawks. I'm starting to think we've picked the wrong team, Eric. 46 seconds. Can the Battlehawks make the most dramatic of comebacks? Snap back to McCarron. Under pressure. Gets the ball out. To Hill, who's hit hard early. Only gains 3 yards. 2nd down. The clock continues. The Battlehawks have got 2 timeouts, but they let the clock run.
Why?
2nd and 7. Snap back to McCarron. Lost towards the end zone. Oh, and the receiver's unable to bring it in. It hits both his hands. I think he was worried about getting a foot down. Brings up 3rd and 7. So it's 3rd and 7. I just checked my script. My script says they don't convert and they kick the field goal. Makes it 15-15. Let's see. That's my script written with the fact that the field goal kicker can actually kick, which is shown today that not necessarily. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Snap back to McCarron. Looks end zone. And there's a flag, but he's caught it anyway. I think that was going to be against the defense. And it's going against the script. But the Battlehawks have scored a touchdown. And from nowhere, the Battlehawks, with 2 minutes left in this game, we're down 15-3.
And they're just going to go for 1 now, aren't they?
And then now have taken the lead 18-15. Just 16 seconds left in this game. What a finish in a game that was all defense. The Battlehawks could do nothing on offense. Only had 3 first downs going into the 4th quarter. And all of a sudden, the Battlehawks have taken the lead. They're waving the flag off anyway, but it doesn't matter. It's a touchdown anyway. The Battlehawks have taken the lead. And as Eric said, we knew we'd back the right team. We knew. I was saying, Eric, like usually for people that are new to NFL, you say watch a game and whichever team wins, back that team. I was saying maybe I should have done that with this one, but maybe we were going to anyway. Maybe the Battlehawks were always going to win this one. They're going for 1, so they're going from the 2-yard line. That would make it a 4-point game if they do convert. It's an empty backfield for McCarron. Snap back to McCarron. He looks to set off running. Doesn't get there. Now, didn't take into consideration in the script. Maybe the Brahmas get down the field and kick a field goal to take it to overtime. But it's 18-15, only 3 points in it, but only 16 seconds left. The Brahmas have got no timeouts. He does very well to catch the ball, the receiver. He had 4 Brahmas defenders around him and managed to catch it. So all of a sudden, Battlehawks have done nothing on offense. McCarron looked to be struggling. Has thrown a couple of touchdowns in the 4th quarter. Fantastic throws. Really good catches as well. But now the face of head coach Heinz Ward has changed dramatically over the last couple of minutes from a 15-3 lead. Here we go. The kick is up. Where's that kick going? It's returnable from the 10. Now he's pushed out of bounds around the 26-yard line. So with not much time left at all, the Brahmas going to need something special. Brahmas need a really big play on first down. It's 1st and 10 from their own 27. Under pressure, and he's brought down on the sack. And the Battlehawks defense hasn't produced much in this game, like the offense, and it looks like the clock's going to run out as well. And the Battlehawks have won. What a comeback within the 2 minutes. And the Battlehawks win the game 18-15. The Battlehawks win the game 18-15 when they were down 15-3 going into the 2-minute warning. They score the touchdown, then get the 3-point conversion, then convert a 4th and 15 from their own 25 to retain the ball, go down the field and score a touchdown to take the 18-15 lead with only 16 seconds left. The Brahmas sack on their first play, and that's the end of the game. So, in a real defensive battle for the majority of this game, really came to life in that last few minutes. And what it has to be said is, what set that up is the fact of the new XFL rules. They were able to go for 3, which meant they would have only needed a field goal to tie. They were also able to go for it on 4th and 15 from their own 25. In the NFL, they would have to go for an onside kick. Very unlikely you make that. And then they went down, obviously scored the touchdown. So they've used the new XFL rules very, very well, the Battlehawks there, and come back and beaten the Brahmas.
Next game has to go to overtime.
Randy's saying that the Sea Dragons and the Defenders has to go to overtime, otherwise it hasn't been on show in the XFL so far. But 2 out of the 3 games so far have been really good. The Vipers and Renegades went right down to the wire yesterday. And obviously this one, the Roughnecks gave the Guardians a bit of a beating yesterday. We'll see what the Sea Dragons and Defenders produce. But it's got to be said, new to XFL myself, it's produced a very, very entertaining finish in this one, just like it did in the first game yesterday. So
Eric woke up just in time.
Hopefully, yeah. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us, Eric, and go Battlehawks. But yeah, a great finish. Thank you very much for everybody that has joined us. If you haven't already, make sure, and if you're new to the XFL as well, make sure you check out our latest video. It's only 5 minutes, but it has a look at what the new rules are for the XFL, who the teams are as well. So check that out on our channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our NFL or XFL content. And we're back on live stream again next week, which will likely be the Brahmas again against the Guardians. So if you're a fan of those teams or if you're just a fan of American football, make sure you join us next week. So thank you again for everybody that has joined us. Make sure you look out on our channel for this week for some more XFL content. And we'll see you in next week's live stream.